Okay, we should be live. As long as everything's working. Should be live. Showing green on my end. Feel free to let me know if you see any issues on your end. Did my last live stream for the season 4 trailer, and it went well. And hoping I haven't played actually Halo Infinite in about a month. No, it's been a good break. I'm excited to see what season 5 brings, and I'm hoping that it'll be a turnaround for the game, that we can have a growth in population, a steady growth in population that also is steady and remains at a greater level than it has in the past, because our population just keeps on dropping after every new update. But with the more frequency, the greater frequency of updates is sure to increase the population over time. But yeah, it is. I'm excited for this reveal. I have no idea what the grapple look that honestly looks like flood-like, along with the flood creature in the center. Maybe if we're lucky, forgeable AI with flood as one of them. So that would be kind of sick. We could do forgeable flood AI, even though I'd be kind of curious to see how that would work with the AI, because there's not any flood in the campaign. So if that was to come, that'd be insane. But we will see how this turns out. Again, feel free to leave a chat in the chat box of what you guys are thinking or expecting for this, because I honestly literally have no idea what to expect for this. Absolutely none. There's a few weeks of Firefight and Forgeable AI, so odds are those will probably pop up. But as far as like the specifics on things, don't really know. Don't really know at all. Just going to check and make sure the stream's sounding all good on this end. Okay, so I'll bring up my voice because it's kind of quiet. How about maybe didn't realize it was that quiet. It's hard to tell unless you open up your own stream to kind of troubleshoot things. But yeah, it should be working all good here. Should is the big keyword. Seems like my mic's working good now. I am not sure why it's even a little bit quieter than normal, but that'll be all good. My mic is not being picked up here. I'm just going to be troubleshooting here for a second. Maybe, let's see here. Don't know why my mic isn't working. I've literally plugged in my nice mic and it's not working. But yeah, we'll have to see how this trailer turns out. Yeah, unfortunately my mic is having issues. So I'll try and figure that out here for you all. Otherwise, we'll just have to call this a wash, unfortunately. So I don't want you guys to have really awful sounding. Let's see here. Properties.
Yeti Nano. There we go. All right, figure it out. Sorry about that delay. This should be working a lot better now. A lot louder and a lot better to hear. Finally, my mic's. There we go. Right. Sweet. Yeah, that's a lot louder. Like night and day difference. There's a reason why I had it back, but now it's working. My mic's actually working. Sorry about the quietness at the beginning there. Reckoning trailer. I'll have to see how this turns out. It's been a nice break, I'm not gonna lie. Taking a step back from competitive Halo for a little bit. It's a nice break, that's for sure. I'm surprised they didn't wait until the World Championship to start showing this stuff off. But I guess the season is coming out pretty soon. Just curious what they have planned for the World Championship. All the fancy stuff. Cool. We got everything all good to go. Should be 13 more minutes, so that'll be fun. When everything finally starts to get going again. Yeah, feel free to leave a chat in the chat window of what you guys are expecting. It'll be interesting to see what all is going on. We'll say 343 has definitely turned it around since the last season. I guess in combination with the season 4 just totally turned it around with the frequency of updates and the surprise updates. Can't go wrong with that. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure my stream is all set up here. Desktop audio is on and turned up all the way, so you guys can hear the trailer. And then stream settings looking all good. It's been a minute since I have streamed. I will say that. Since the season 4, so I guess 3 months. See if I can turn up my bit right here, how bad the stream looks. Keep turning this up. But we will see how this all looks once we get this turned up. See how everything is looking. It's looking good on my end so far. Yeah, I got the image up. I think they want playable elites. I'm not an expert on the war language, but I think people are wanting elites. Hopefully they bring in the brute shot. That'd be a sick weapon to bring back. Seeing there's a good amount of brutes in this, then it's banished. That would be awesome. Currently got 9 minutes left. I almost spelled it wrong. Thank you for tuning in. We were just waiting the last couple minutes here for the trailer to actually premiere, and the community is going crazy with the war awards. Clearly they want elites, and I doubt we'll see elites in this trailer. If we do, that would be insane. What we're expecting, I guess, is forgeable AI. That's a big one, and firefight. If I'm just really confused on this flood guy. I don't think they would continue the infection. Well, they'll continue to have infection, but continue the infection storyline, if that makes sense. They don't really have any narrative as much anymore due to budget, but kind of curious to see what this guy is. And the grapple hook looks kind of floody too, which makes me want to think that maybe they'll have like a firefight with flood potentially, or they even have a flood based like firefight where the flood enemies themselves actually like are people driven. Like maybe you can have normal AI flood, but also have like, I'm trying to remember with a game like Left 4 Dead, for example, like you had, I guess, a humans versus the zombies, but you could actually have players play as zombies. That'd actually be really sick if they were able to incorporate that into this game. Don't really know what they will do, but they could do that, and that'd be amazing. I'm sure the community would love to be playing as an infected if they were to bring that into firefight, like a PvP/PvE. But we will see. We do have approximately 7 minutes left. Really curious what the reckoning means. I'm really not sure. The House of Reckoning, I feel like that has to do, the reckoning has to do with the last mission of the game, where the campaign where you actually go into before you fight the final bosses. Like you actually have a firefight stand in that final room. That's where the House of Reckoning is. So my guess is that's going to be the firefight map they show off to us. That's probably only going to be one. If they were able to show off more than one, that'd be amazing. But they probably had to do a lot to the game to get firefight in it. Probably just wasn't a simple like, hey, let's just add some code here. Now they probably had to revamp the entire game because they're still patching up the horrendous errors they were making in the engine themselves just to get the game released in a quick manner. So, yep, we got about 6 minutes left. Feel free to chat about your opinions on what's going to happen or your guesses. I haven't really been keeping up with the leaks or any information. I watch like a few of the Mimblitz videos that he has, but again, it'll all depend. This like button that I'm just hovering over here will all depend on how this looks. Let's see if they actually do well. I do like the armor that they're showing off here. Bringing back some what looks to be the EOD from Halo Reach, so getting the rest of the armor there for the Halo Reach season. And just really curious to see, it looks like the infected flood looks to be wearing the commando armor, or like what June was wearing, June's helmet. So we'll see what all this brings. I'm just gonna, as the trailer plays through, I'm just going to let it play through and stop it occasionally if I see anything that's worth noting. I'm not going to be doing a full in-depth video of breaking down every single lore of what's going on here, because there's people that are way more in depth in this stuff than I am. I can do a decent one, but when it comes to like the whole, like breaking it down into the nitty gritty, the Hidden Xperia has that covered. He's going to do a really good job of that, and I'm really excited to see his video when he does release it. But this trailer, the way direction 343 is going, is definitely going to be a good trailer. I feel like they're not just going to be releasing this not ready like they have in the past. They're under new leadership, so it'll be interesting to see what the season brings. Definitely going to be bringing some Firefight. If they don't, that'd be insane. The Reckoning is kind of teasing us towards that. Probably that'll be the first map, is the House of Reckoning, since they already have the map built. Just copy and paste the campaign assets, and they probably already have a few waves already developed just from the campaign themselves. So they already have the spawns. They already have everything that you need. But yeah, feel free to leave a comment down below on what you're expecting for this. I am excited for this season, but it's going to be interesting, to say the least. Got approximately 2,600 people waiting. I checked my previous live stream that I did for season 4, and around this time, actually probably about 1 minute till premiere, there was about 2,400 people watching. So we have about 400 more people watching this season trailer than or reveal than last time. So we should be, I don't know, it's looking up. If you have more people watching, that's also a good sign. Or more people waiting for a season trailer, that's also a really good sign. I'll be continuing with more Starfield videos as I'm waiting for this Halo season to come out, and excited to see what this one brings. Just been on the Starfield grind recently, but nice to take a step back from Halo and let 343 continue to improve the game. But this season should bring back a good amount of people, especially with Firefight and the game finally starting to feel finished. Definitely season 4 was the season for me that made it feel like it was more finished than ever before. Wish I could understand Forge, but yeah, that's the kind of the hiccup from me getting back into the game, is the custom games in Forge. That's just the kind of the community gap that needs to be filled by 343 in the community to bring back people wanting to play. If your friends are playing, you're going to want to play too, if that makes sense. Cool. We got about, looks to be 2 minutes left. I will show the trailer and get everything set up here to look decent for you guys. I will just adjust the few things on the video and we'll be all good to go. I am in chat, so feel free to chat if you guys have an opinion on what's happening. The people waiting is already 1,000 more than it was for season 4 trailer, so looking good on that end. I'm one of them, and you guys are some of them too. But we will see how this Reckoning trailer looks. Ooh, we'll begin shortly. We're almost there, guys. Almost there. Going to fix up the stream here for a second. And that's looking good. Okay. Hey Oliver, how's it going, man? Thanks for tuning in and watching the live stream. Please feel free to leave a comment. Let me know how the stream's looking. It's the only bad part I don't like about streaming, at least my videos, I can kind of quality check before they're released, but a live stream is live, so you gotta figure out what's going on live. So if everything's looking good and sounding good, feel free to let me know. I appreciate it. And we'll be excited to see what 343 has in store. Really interested to see Firefight. I am a big fan of Firefight. I was actually like back in the Halo Reach days where I got most of my commendation and experience from was Firefight, because the Firefight was just amazing in Halo Reach. So I'm curious what principles I can. Okay, so going to make a few adjustments here and get this all set up. Let me know how everything's sounding. Trying to get everything working good here. I know it's looking loud there. I'll go ahead and fix this up here, get the volume down a little bit so you guys can still hear it. I don't know how it's looking for you guys. It's definitely looking a lot better than my last stream. Still figuring out this live streaming thing, so appreciate y'all tuning in and watching this live with me. Got about a minute left and we will start breaking down this trailer. I'm just going to discuss it as it goes along and break it down live. So I will pause it as it goes along, try and discuss what is all going on. Because it's honestly, if you guys see something I don't, or you guys notice a thing in the trailer that I'm really curious about the flood. Like the flood grappled AI. Be curious to see what that means, but yeah, we're almost to the reveal. So we are literally 30 seconds away. So it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen. And again, thank you all for tuning in. I do appreciate it. Thank you, Oliver, for chatting it up. Wow, that skipped a few. Or was here quicker than I was expecting. Alright. We'll see how this all turns out. It is really struggle busting right now, my stream. So we will give it a second to figure out its life. Because when a lot of people are trying to pause and watch the video, it's going to be, yeah, not great on, there we go. Okay, we got a lot better art, looks to be. Okay, extraction. I was not expecting that. So we'll go ahead and let my computer figure its life out right now. But Halo 4's extraction mode returns reimagined. Okay. So we will see what this means here. Yeah, my computer is hardcore struggle busting right now. Sorry, guys. I don't have a fancy PC. I just have what I... Turn off the closed captioning. That'll probably help. Page isn't responding. That's great. We will refresh and see what that does. Just give it a second for me. Sorry. I was not expecting my computer just to give out. It just totally gave out on me. I was like, I'm done. Oh, okay. So it's continuing in the background. We'll let it refresh here. Sorry about the little hiccup there. Okay. 8,000 people were watching during the event. Okay. Got some backup here. We'll go ahead and continue here. Okay. Looks like new armor and new skins, like every single season. Extraction is, they're bringing it back from Halo 4, which is just you plant the bomb, essentially. Kind of like search and destroy in a way. So, I don't know. I mean, it was a decent mode, but I wasn't like a crazy fan of it. Like, nothing that wows me. But happy more stuff's being added. Okay, the teleporter is still there. Okay, thanks for tuning in. It just forced me to the end of the stream, or end of the premiere. So, nothing new yet, just a few new. Ooh, okay, flood inspired customization. So let's pause there and start looking into that. So, looked pretty good from what I can tell. Go ahead and get the quality up here. If my computer can handle it. Cool. So let's see how this looks here for a second. I appreciate you all tuning in. The flood armor does look really cool. I'm going to try and bring it back here. There we go. Yeah, that looks insane. I'll try and stop it right at that exact moment for you guys. But yeah, extraction looks, I mean, it was a decent mode back in the day. I liked it. It was one of the few objective modes I did like in Halo 4. But this is the Halo 4 cosmetics. Very, very flood looking. Kind of, I like the flood. It just doesn't, match what the game represents. Like the campaign never had flood. I really hope that if they do release DLC, that they do later down the road, that they do include some flood. I'm glad they're bringing back the flood, but they should definitely include the flood in one of their games because none of their campaigns have it. But the flood armor looks insanely good, and curious if how much of that will be included in the battle pass, or if it'll just be kind of a purchasable one, which is unfortunate. But I do appreciate y'all tuning in. And Red, yeah, the flood armor looks amazing. Arena map prison. This was leaked about, goodness, I would say about a year ago. Back with that. If you guys remember the ISO leaks before his channel was banned, Prism is the map that was leaked a while back. But yeah, the map looks incredible. And yep, threat sensor, no new equipment yet. That's cool. I do like that environmental there, so you can actually shoot the environmental to cause damage, kind of like the stalagmites, I believe was what they're called in the Waterworks remake. So cool there. Okay, confusing me. New arena map forbidden. Here's a look at that flood cosmetic here. Go ahead and take a deeper look into that. Yeah, I mean, it looks great. It looks very floody. And honestly, with this June armor, it's kind of interesting to see. Sorry, not June. George. This George armor. Is it different looking flood armor for each armor core? So far, from what I could tell, it looks pretty similar for the most part. I can go back to that image and show you guys. It looks to be different for each core. I don't know if there's some that are specifically. Go back here a little bit more. It looks to be, from what I can tell, different for each core. So you have, this looks very similar to the third one though. I'll let it span through here. This one has the horn on it, but this okay, they're slightly different, as you could tell. Kind of looks like the extinction mode off of Call of Duty Ghosts in a way. A lot of these boils on the skin, but it is a cool looking flood skin for what it is. Like, I do think it looks awesome. I'm really confused how this works with the shoulder pieces and the chest pieces. I'm sure it's all different theme for each armor core. This looks like your basic armor core here, your default, and this looks different than the June helmet here. So it looks to be different per cores. I can't honestly say 100% sure, but it does look to be different for each armor core. I don't think you can copy this antler looking one onto this one. I don't think they would have that. It looks to be unique to each core from what I can tell. But we will continue on here. We did see the new map Prism, which was expected. I was not expecting Halo 4 Extraction, so that is new. And I don't think was leaked, but yeah, definitely, Johnny, it is hype. I'm hoping there's a new weapon or something along those lines. But the armor, okay, that was very important there. New map Forbidden is being shown off now as we speak, and is looking really, really good. And you can get a little closer look up of this flood core here with the George armor set. think there's a tentacles on that side though, which we didn't get a good view of on the other armor core, but it looks to be pretty similar, but unique to each armor core. So there's a new armor helmet there. I don't know if you guys saw that. Curious to see. I haven't seen this helmet before. Maybe you guys have, and if you have, leave a comment. Feel free to chat. But I have not seen that helmet before. It looks new to me. Very briefly here, kind of looks like alienous in a way, like an alien in a way. It might be one of their purchasable helmets. But yeah, this is what I wanted to look at. They have flood weapon cosmetics here on the Bulldog. And I like the red armor coating on it too, but I think that it'll be interesting to see if it's just an add-on to the weapon or if you are specifically mandated to have, this red with the flood on top of it, if you know what I'm saying. Like, I wonder if you're allowed to use any skin with the flood on top of it, or if it's like you have to use the specific coating with the specific flood on it. Like if it's a combined coating, or it just works on any other previous coating you had. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with that. I feel like it's going to be a specific coating that has the flood on it. It's not going to carry over to what you had in previous seasons, but we will have to see. I really hope this is also included in the Battle Pass and not just a shop thing. We will get more details on the Battle Pass. I'll make sure to post that on the channel, so feel free to subscribe, and I'll be posting that when we do find out more details about the Battle Pass. So it looks to be a new armor effect, kind of Halloween themed. Makes sense. No problem there. I do like the pumpkin. Bringing out a sniper, it looks like. That is a sick... I like how sticky this looks. This looks awesome. And looks gross. I guess that's the point. So get the dome off. That armor looks new, but I'm going to stop it here. You can kind of see him doing a dance move here, and kind of brings back the Eva look, I think, from Halo 3. But here we go. There's a grunt in the middle of this what seems to be multiplayer match. So I'm gonna see what this is. Ew, that flood armor looks so gross. It looks so good. Really good detail here. There's a close-up of the flood armor. So far, my expectations are to be fulfilled since I'm really looking forward for that Master Chief armor collection. Thank you for the breakdown video. Explain it to us. Hey, no problem. I'm glad you guys tuned in. I really do appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm not a big Halo YouTuber by any means, and I do appreciate you guys checking this channel out. So yeah, Warzone or Firefight, we'll have to see. But this armor does look incredible. It wasn't overkill. Like, it's not overkill flood on the armor. There's some gaps here, so it looks like it's also separate from the infection theme, because the infection was more kind of those red colors, which this has the red colors, but this allows more of the armor to be shown, which is cool. See what this... Ooh, another one. Okay, there we go. There it is. That's what I was expecting. Add AI to Forge creation. So you can actually start developing levels in Forge, which is what we've all wanted. And this is a new feature that's never been in a Halo game before, and arguably is you can create your own firefight experiences with this. So there's no need to... I appreciate, the fan base wanting firefight, which is great. That's awesome. But if we can create our own firefight and create our own maps with our own firefight, then that's even better, because this map looks unique and doesn't... This might be a potential firefight map, but it looks to be forged and maybe created by a community member that is shown off in this trailer, and we can create our own campaign missions. Like, this is a huge step in the right direction, and with modern technology, perfect for Halo. Like, just straight up perfect. I don't know, leave a comment down below on what you think on my take on that, but I'm happy Firefight's coming, but I think this is more important than Firefight, especially if we can get community browser and people back into the custom games browser with forgeable AI campaign missions. Like we can literally recreate Halo missions with this stuff. Earn Battle Pass XP in custom games. Okay. Which has been a thing since Halo Reach. So I'm glad they're bringing that. This is one of the maps they showed off at the event. So equip. Okay, that was important. That's cross-core stuff, so we're going to make sure we read that correctly. Equip helmets across armor cores. So, cross-core is finally coming. I had a very actually pretty popular video that went sort of viral about armor or cross-core isn't important. That was a year ago almost, and mainly at the time it wasn't so much that cross-core isn't important, because it is. It's more at the time they needed to get more stuff out, and I think 343 did a good job of prioritizing when the cross-core needed to be added to the game. Yeah, exactly, Joe. We can now create campaign missions with Forge, so PvE fans will have infinite content. Exactly, literally infinite content. So we'll equipping helmets across armor cores, which is what everyone has wanted, and eventually, I'm sure down the road they'll be able to equip different things like shoulders, and I know they did the visor colors was the first thing, but now they're actually incorporating this game, so a lot of good things, a lot of good things, and you can see all of them literally in this quick short clip here, like all of them that they're cycling through. I'll just go ahead and let you guys see this. Have the Yorai core and the Rashaka core and a bunch of different other ones, and Hazmat core. All these were shown off. New hero rank reward: Infinite Mark 6 armor kit. Okay, it looks like I'm gonna be grinding the game now. So I will be grinding the game. That's something to grind for. That is a armor core that's worth grinding for, and I'm glad. Literally, that's what the community asked for. A lot of people are like, "Hey, this is missing in the game. Let's go ahead and add the armor core in." And we're getting it. 343 straight up listened to it and brought the hero reward and actually made it worth it, rather than just a few player I guess emblems and nameplates and all that. So that does look amazing. Good, perfect, literally perfect hero rank award. And I don't think anyone will be complaining about that. Okay, so that is available on October 17th. So I don't know if you guys are paying attention here. Do you guys see this weapon? I have never, at least, seen this. It could be the bandit. I could be missing something here. But I guess it is the bandit. It just looks like this portion here is a different build or a different cosmetic. It's hard for me to tell what this is, but it's definitely not the stereotypical bandit that I'm used to seeing, and this very much could be a new weapon from what I am gathering here. So yeah, I appreciate you guys all tuning in to this live reaction. Kind of broke it down as I saw it. Really curious to see what this weapon is. 343 is doing an incredible job with the season. Yeah, it could be a new scope for sure, Joe. With the season, and a lot of the new add-ons are great. I think the only thing we didn't really get a confirmation on was Firefight, but we can literally create our own Firefight ourselves now. So thank you all for tuning in. Feel free to subscribe if you enjoy Halo content, and I'll see you guys next time.